In this video, we're going to have a look at the process for setting up product attribute configuration using a very simple example. So just to recap where these are used, so if you think about it, I've got a test product here, I've got a category, and basically based on this category for this product, I only want to see certain attributes shown either when in the display, in the page display itself, or in when I'm editing the attribute list. So I don't want to see attributes associated with other categories that have no relevance here, as you can see. So basically, we can control what we see on a page through a configurator, which is the attribute configurator in our admin section. So this product attribute configuration. So we're going to go through the process with you. So just to show you how you can set up product attribute configuration and some of the choices that you need to do. So you're going to go to the product attribute config, as I said, which is found under admin product attribute configuration. You're going to you could use a default. You can set up some default templates if you want, and then you can actually clone them and edit them as you exist, or you can just add a new one or edit an existing one. The key to this is you're just basically adding fields to that configuration. Very, very importantly, you can actually, change the labels of the fields as they appear in under the product. So an example of this would be, I want to change these. I just want to show these labels here, for example. It doesn't matter where they are on a page. That's another video to show you how to do that. But effectively, I want to call these, maybe feature 1, feature 2, feature 3, feature 4, feature 5, and just show these on a page in both the view and the edit pages associated with that. So it makes it more relevant based on a category. And then we have some extra functionality within the configurator itself. If you've taken the document template, so you're creating documents, technical specs, and you just want to show certain fields with certain labels, you can do that if you've got this add-on here. And then saving the configuration, you're just basically going to associate that particular configuration with a product category at the top level or down into the children's level. So we're going to run through this process with you. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just have a quick look at my categories, and in effect, I want to create a specific set that just have a couple of fields for my test category here. So under test, I've got a product, and all I want to do is in the attribute field is just see, just certain fields. So to do this, I navigate to the admin section, choose product configurator. You can see I've got a whole number of configurations here. I've already set one up, so if I wanted to use this, I could just click into it, and these 3 dots, I can clone it, which I'm not going to do in this instance. I just want to start from scratch. So I'm going to create a new product configurator here. So just add a new one, give it a name. I'm going to give it a name of test. I don't want it to be the default. And here you can start to see I can add some rows. So I've got to select the field. So I'm just going to use these bullet fields. I can equally change the title. It's going to default to the title that we gave it. So we'll just add some. We'll call this feature 2. So this is the label. This is the field that we're using, and we're physically just changing the title to whatever we want it to be. So this could be a language change or and so on. So feature 3, add a row. I'll just finish these ones. Feature 4, and so on. Just that we just save it. So you know you can see it's not allocated to any particular category. So I've got 4. If I wanted to add some more, I could just come in and just basically add some more rows and whatever. So in this instance, I'll just call this feature 5. I can change the order of the fields and so on if I so want by moving them up or down. This, as I say, if you've got a technical spec, I could say I want these fields added to the technical specification, but you need to talk to our scoping team to do that. Equally, I could set this as a default, which means that if we've not got a product, any product, that's category hasn't got a specific one allocated to it, it will use the default to show attributes. So I'm just saving this at this moment in time. The next thing that I'm going to do is just attach it to a category, because I want it to use this one for the test environment. So I just attach it. So I'm going to search for test. You can see that I've got various categories. So if I just wanted to allocate it to a specific category or a couple of categories, I could check the box. But if I wanted to allocate it to the top level, it will cascade down to anything underneath it in terms of its parent categories. So that's my config. That's my categories associated with it. And I'm going to come on to is created this, which we're going to look at in a different video. It's created a JSON file, but we're going to look at that somewhere else. And now if we navigate to our category tree, which is test, I've got one product under here. If I now go into the attribute tab, all I can see is the items that I've just created in the attribute. If I go to the edit attribute tab, all I'm actually seeing is the attributes that I want to see on the page, and effectively, with the labels that I want to be displayed. So you can start to see, how powerful this can be when you're working with data. So an example would be if I'm in fashion, I've got the same fields, but effectively I've given them different labels and the like. So I can associate based on categories specific fields that I want to show on a page. So going back to our test environment, that's how you can use and get the benefit out of the product configurator.